Curtis, his team, won today's event. Area 51 3v3. What deck were you playing?
I was playing Zombie Eldlich.
Oh yeah!
Yep, that's the best deck, man. Yeah, so matchups were good for me, man. I played Virtual World game 1, game 2. We ended up playing I played Shadal's. I forget game 3, game 4. I played Striker. Or no, I think I played Striker. I played Dragon Link. And Virtual World again. So my matchups were good for me, man. I felt like the deck did really well against all those different decks.
Nice.
So
well, cool, man. Let's check it out.
Yeah. Play 2 Golden Lord. Standard ratio for pretty much all of us. You sometimes want to see them, sometimes you don't. Probably best zombie card in the game right now, damn near. Except for this guy. This is my absolute pride and joy, Doom King Baldrack. This card just steals games from people. He's a mini Appaloosa sort of on legs. Yeah, man, I mean, this is a problem card for a lot of people. This is the best zombie in the game. For my engine, I play pretty much just 3 Unizombie for the starters, honestly. This card will do everything you need it to do. It will increase its level, it'll send, it'll discard, trying to get your engine just kind of going, you know. And then to complement it, we play 2 Banshee. 2 Necro Banshee kind of allows you to combo, and if you open one, it's not the worst, but it allows you to recycle the other one and get another zombie world active against like Dragon Link or decks that really don't want to be zombies. And then you play the 1 Bloom. Bloom is awesome. Bloom is your tuner you bring out with Hallock, or off of, you can send him with Unizombie and bring out your Golden Lord or your Doom King off of those guys. So those are the zombies. That's what I found to be perfect. That is the perfect ratio for zombies right there, for Eldlich zombies. For hand traps, I play 3 Ash because it's 3 Ash and it's gorgeous, it's beautiful. And then we got 2 Lancia because a lot of our teammates had suggested maining this card, and I was really against it for a while, but this card combats the meta so well that I figured maining 2 would give me a good advantage, and it worked really well for me, honestly. Like, I was not upset about playing this card. For spells, 3 Cursed Land. This is outside of Unizombie, this is like the card you want to see. If you see Unizombie and this card, it is literally a bonkers board. You can just do combo Eldlich is what I like to call it almost at that point. Card's broken. Everybody kind of knows what this guy does. Hey, feel great. 2 Zombie World because it's a zombie deck, and yeah, I like to lock up the game with Zombie World. It kind of just allows players to not play. This is probably the meta nightmare card right here for sure. For one of Eldlich cards, I've got 1 7 Cities, 1 Black Awakening, and 1 White Elixir. This is kind of the right ratio. This card a lot of people don't really like, but in this version of Eldlich, it's really strong. It's really strong. If you open your Doom King and you kind of brick with it, you can use this and fusion summon for the big guy, and that's a problem for people too. And then this is pretty standard. Call by the Grave because it's Call by the Grave.
Yes, sir.
Pretty much my favorite card. 3 Forbidden Droplet.
Eldlich.
Card is, I would have lost one of my games except for I was able to dig and get to see a droplets and completely out the whole board and just completely win off of just 1 droplet. So this card is literally nuts. Best draw card in the game, 3 Prosperity. Literally says, see pretty much almost half your deck. I mean, if you're playing a bunch of cards and you're able to filter through, resolve this, you can almost see a good chunk of your deck by just resolving this mid-combo. For the trap cards, I got 3 Sanguine. Pretty standard. 3 Conquistador, which is pretty standard. And then I play 2 Wakero. I've never really been a fan of 3 of them. If you're playing more of a pure build, then sure. But this works really well for me. Everybody knows what those do. And then of course I play 3 Rivalry of Warlords. All the elixirs, everything turbos out to either getting you a Golden Lord on board with Disruption or getting a Zombie World on board. Everything in this deck is zombie, so it doesn't care about anything other than the restrictions. So locking your opponent out of being able to play once they've tried to start a game state is just, it's devastating. It's devastating. It's pretty much a game right there. That's the deck, 40 card main deck. For the side deck, or the extra deck here, I got 1 Link Karibo and 1 Link Spider. Those are all I really play right now for the ones, if you want to call this a one. Play 1 Barricade board and 1 Needle Fiber. Never really went into this, but this is a good card just to kind of unbrick the hand, add back Zombie World, add back Eldland, something like that. Needle Fiber is Needle Fiber. You bring out Bloom and just kind of win. 2 Vampire Sucker. It's pretty good. Once the zombie is special summoned from the grave, draw a card. Gotta love to see it. Vendred Savior. Foolish Burial on legs. Arguably one of the best synchros in the game. Everyone kind of sleeps on him, but Omega is super broken. It's been broken since day 1. Formula for the draw off a Needle Fiber. And it's good interruption too. If you Needle Fiber against, say, like a Zoo board, you bring this out. You can trigger your Doom King off the effect of Needle Fiber and banish one of their monsters, which is nice. For the Exceeds monsters, I play some Trains because they go Burr.
Yes, they do.
This won me a lot of games, man. This Choo Choo for sure wins games. And then the Zeus because it's Zeus. I play 1 Necro Nether Soul, 1 Starving Venom, and 1 Eldlich the Mad Golden Lord. You can bring all of these guys out off of the 1 fusion spell. All you have to do is use zombies as materials, and these are all viable cards. This card is insane. I was able to brain control people's cards and like somebody's outclone and just really set them back, and then he can't be destroyed, so he's super awesome. For the side deck, we got the Holy Trinity.
Yes, sir.
I mean, honestly, I have a control deck, so playing this is kind of a disadvantage to me if I don't kill. But being able to go into the Mad Golden Lord and the Big Lord, you can typically push for game really easily. And then if you have this, you're set. Because Ice Dragon's Prison's a card. The other Lancia, because I got 3 in there. 2 Ghost Bell. Ghost Bell is awesome. Helps me. Like I said, if people are on Ice Dragons, it's good for Nadir matchup. It's more of a defensive card for sure. And it's just a good card all around. 2 Twin, just to help me clear back row. Discard cards like Golden Lord, get him in grave and start getting things rolling. This card came up and helped me out of Tikaboo. So that was nice. I played 2 Dark Ruler. The only reason I play 2 is because I got 3 droplets, so it's 5 cards to really out the board, and this card works. And then pretty much my favorite side cards is 2 Anti-Spell, and then I play 3 Solemn Judgment. This basically says my opponent, if I activate this, they have to Cyclone or Twisters this card, unfortunately, and not the Zombie World or the Rivalry. Or, you know, there's Judgment for completely just locking the game up completely. So the deck worked really well, man, and I'm super happy with it. I love this deck. I've been playing it for a long time. Everybody knows this is kind of my thing, Zombie World. So yeah, man.
Super big congrats, man.
Thank you, man. Shout out to Team Area 51, the boys. I love them. Shout out to all the boys in Stockton. Shout out to Area 51 in general. Shout out to Kiana. Hey, shout out to my brother, dude, for always like play testing with me, and Gage as well for like running this deck through as much as we can just to get it as best as we can make it. So, and I shout out David for just being the best card shop owner and everywhere. So, yeah, man, that's it.
Thanks, dude. Big congrats. We'll see you next time.